Hello everyone, today we're going to join the trend. My last video was whimsy maxing, but the real big thing online right now is eyemaxing. So I'm just starting off with a little bit of my Universal Yummy Skin because I'm going to work on the eyes first. I like to let this sit on my face for like a good 10 minutes or so. So, I mean, we're gonna take longer than that to do the eye makeup today. I've already done all my skin prep, and if you wanna know like what skin prep I use before I do my makeup, I covered that in my previous video. I did like a whole routine start to finish, so check that out if you are curious. I did the exact same thing today. I've done my brows, as you can see, just to save a little bit of time. But yeah, basically eye maxing is just literally what we've all been doing on YouTube since like 2010 or whatever. Color theory, so we're using opposite colors on the color wheel to our eye color to make them really stand out. So for me, I've got hazel eyes. They change a little bit depending on the lighting. Like right now the lighting's not very good, so they look a bit more brown, but they're like hazel. They're quite a warm brown in the middle, and then they're a bit more green around the edges. Like there's like a lot of warm and yellow in my eye color, a lot of like orangey yellow in the brown, and then the green is very like swampy green. So I'm actually paying attention to that specifically because obviously it's easy enough to say like the opposite of brown or the opposite of green, but I want to really look at like the undertones as well, like the undertones of the colors of my eyes to try and really make them pop as best I can. The opposite of green is just red, but my eyes are not green. So for me, I'm wanting to do a bit more like maroon, purpley, like this whole area across here is where I'm going. I've done burgundy here recently, but I'm going to do like a slightly different look to that. I'll link that look down below because that also is just amazing. If you have any, you know what? I feel like burgundy suits every single eye color though. Brown, blue, whatever. But yeah, if you do have like hazel eyes, brown eyes or green eyes, then especially for you. But if you have blue eyes, like burgundy just slaps anyway. If you have blue eyes, technically you're going to be going more rust orange, which is also something I love to do on my eye color. So there really are no rules, but the whole purpose of this eye mixing is to really make our eye color come out as much as possible. And I have some new stuff today as well. Like I bought this of Beauty Bliss online the other day, and I got some new like Denise and Myricks color effects and stuff like that because you know how much I love those. So I got 2 more shades, and I also got like a lip liner peel tattoo thing, which I might try today. But anyway, I got this. I've never tried this brand, Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I don't think I have, at least. And I thought some of these colors are perfect because we've got some of the more purple tones down here and some of the more like, whoops, reddy burgundy tones up here. So I might use some of those and give them a try. This looks really pretty. This is the Sugar and Spite. Also, I got some new stuff from Mecca sent to me. Let's have a look in there. You know what? It's a good day because there's some other stuff I bought in here, but look. Beauty Bliss sent me some Tim Tams, and Mecca sent me some peanut slabs, coconut slab. I love coconut slabs. They're actually one of my favorites if I get chocolate. Zoom Zip Liner Cobalt, like a blue liner. Oh, a nice rich brown liner. Mascara. I don't know if we're going to use any of this today. Mini Mix eyeshadow palette in Peachy Keen. Let's start with this. So this is the shade I bought, the I can't read, Lip Shift Ink Peel Off Lip Liner. This one is from Revolution. It's in the shade Nude Talk Nude Confession. I'm assuming I should probably remove my lip balm. I think I have pancake batter in my hair. I've tried peel off lip liners. I've actually not had a lot of luck with the brands I've tried so far. I even looked into doing them for my own brand, but like they just never lasted, ever. Alright, I'm just going to see how that goes. I'm just going to wash my hand though. I don't want this to stain my skin. Right, I'm going to do my... Oh, this feels weird. I can feel it like leaking right there. So that bit, it's like wet. Anyway, I'm going to start with my eye makeup like I said. I have no plan. When do I ever have a plan? I mean, sometimes. I need to look at my color wheel again. I'm going to start by just concealing my lid. I'm not putting too much, just enough to neutralize all of my veins and everything. Perfect. This is such a good concealer little thing. This is Flower Nose. It is actually so good. Every time I use it, I'm like blown away by it. Then I forget about it because then I go back to like the Natasha Denona and stuff, you know. Can't take myself seriously with this lip liner on. I feel like a fish. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go in with like, no, I'm gonna do a little bit of this Denise and Myricks color first as like a bit of a base for my eyeshadow. This color is called Creme Brulee. Low-key not sure why. Because if I heard creme brulee, I'd think it was like a nude or something. This is like very much a purpley, pinky undertone. Apparently we're just going for this shape today because that's where the brush took us and that's where the product took us, because it just goes and goes and goes. I'm flipping my brush over and using the cleaner side to blend up towards the brow bone. I'm gonna literally go in with this exact same brush. I've wiped off the excess Danessa Myricks cream eyeshadow and we're going to go into the shade Seeing Red. This is like the darkest one, balls deep, straight in there. So this type of color should really make the warm brown color in my eyes stand out. I love my eye color, I actually do. I grew up with like dark brown eyes, and to be honest, growing up I hated them because all of my cousins had blue eyes. So I always was so gutted that I had brown eyes, because in my mind I was like, oh, they're so boring compared to blue eyes. But now, let me tell you, I think brown eyes are like my favorite eye color. I love, oh my gosh, especially like really deep, dark brown eyes. Like, I just think they look so slay with makeup, like so deep and sexy vibes, you know. But yeah, I do love my hazel eyes on the lash line and slowly blending upwards, guys. And I might do it in a little bit of a winged shape, but this is working perfectly with that Danessa Myricks base color. If you don't have that and you have this palette and you're recreating this look, you could just use like a concealer or an eye primer and then sweep this all over the lid first. It won't look exactly the same, but it'll give you that same kind of effect. Can I take off this lip liner yet? Surely. Now I'm going to take a clean blending brush and I'm just going to make sure that it's a bit more seamless. And I might take a little bit of Hush Now. I'm putting that like through the crease and everything over here. Sometimes I wonder why my eyeshadow's blending weird in a certain spot, and then I realize it's because I've got all these like blonde eyebrow hairs like in that area, and it makes the blending look off, but it's hair. I have so many like blonde eyebrow hairs. Everything's getting blonder and blonder as I get older. Or is it going grey? No, it's not grey. It's just really pale hair. I don't know how this is gonna work, because obviously I've got multiple colours in my eyes. How are we looking already? I feel like already it's really making a difference. We're going a bit grungy today because I just want to be able to like blend and just smack stuff together. I'm intensifying that first dark color we used. So I'm wondering, should I take that brush again and use a little bit of purple and see what it looks like? I'm going to mix together these two. These eyeshadows are nice, by the way. Let's keep this more to the outer corner. This shape is just so much better than this shape today, and I don't know how I've done it. Since losing a bit of weight, my actual eyes have like changed a bit too. Like they're not as like heavy on the outer corner, not as puffy and stuff, so I think I'm just like not used to the way it looks. Okay, wait, let me just take off this lip liner. Gave a nice like shadow effect, didn't it? I feel like some of it stuck better than others, like some areas. But I feel like that's such a good base for like under my lip liner and everything. So this darkness comes over further, I think, is what the problem is here. Bring it over a little bit. Mainly that first Seeing Red color. I'm just going to add more to the this is so dumb because this eye looked better, but I just have to match it. I'm just going to make it a little bit higher up. Okay, it looks a bit more even. I'm then going to try out this stunning looking color. It's just shining in the sun right now on my desk. Sweet Savage. Look at this color. It's very glittery. I thought it was like more of a shimmer, but it's actually like a really fine glitter. Like you can feel it, you know, when you can feel it. It's very, very purple vibes. Even though we used a lot of like the red tones, like I feel like on the, I look like a hot freaking mess right now, can we just say. Yeah, it still like looks very much purple. So I'm going to bring in a bit more burgundy with my lashes and everything. And it's ones you've seen before. It's mascaras you've seen before. but it works okay. Let me show you what I like to do for the eyeliner. We have this sweet eyeliner. This is called Margot Bordeaux, and it is a dark, like chocolatey reddy brown. I am, before I do like anything else, gonna rub that all the way through my waterline. Look how creamy that is. And let me just show you, like, it immediately makes my eye color pop. Like, it's so pretty. And I feel like, once again, this color would look sick with any eye color. It's so creamy. I've got a little smudger on the other end. I'm just going to blend it slightly. Just get that right into the lashes though. This has just done everything it needed to do to bring this look to life. I've sharpened it, and I'm actually going to do a bit of a wing with this. So I'm really rubbing it into my lash line. See how the undertone is just so much more actual red? So we've got like the purples for like more of the brown part of my eye, and then the red really sets off the green, hopefully. Anyways, I think it's going to be much easier to see everything once I have my base sorted out, because right now you see like a lot of red and pink and stuff all over my face, and it's like quite distracting. Maybe I should have done my base first today, but I just knew I was going to get messy. This eyeliner is unreal. Not too worried about the shape. I just want a rough shape because I will clean that up. I think it's a good idea to really tight line though when you're doing the eyemaxxing vibes, because any color right around that eye, whatever the color part of your eye is called, like anything tucked right into your waterline and tight line is going to really make that difference. And if you want to do an eyemaxxing vibe, I feel so cringe saying maxing all the time, honestly, but anyway, if you want to do it on like a day-to-day basis, just an eyeliner like this, do your normal like eyeshadow, no eyeshadow, whatever, mascara, and just put a bit of this on the waterline and tight line. You don't have to go crazy with it. It'll still make your eyes pop, but we're going extreme today because hello, this is me, and I love doing just fun eye makeup. It's my thing. I'm just going to use a Q-tip with a little bit of my serum. And just scoop that up towards my temple like that. Now I think I'm going to keep like the under eye quite harsh. See how it's real harsh? I just feel like it's really going to make the colour stand out the most rather than like over blending it. So I'm just getting the shape right, because then I can conceal under there. I might add some more like shimmer and stuff to my eye, we'll see. And then just using my finger to blend down there. That's pretty cool though. Like, I see the vision even with my pink ass skin. Like, kind of looks sick. Let's get serious. What foundation? I might just use the one I'm using up at the moment, my beautiful skin. I realized I've actually got a pale shade of it too. Slay. Oh wait, I might need the pale one. I just about went in with shade 4, but I actually am quite pale today. Is this going to be too dark for me? Oh crap. So I'm not fake tanning today. I've got a party on Thursday in Auckland, and so I want to do like a fresh fake tan for the party. So today I've got like my dreads on from last week. We're just going to go for it and see what this colour looks like. Look, it's not mixed very well. You can tell I haven't used it in a long time because all the pigment's all separated, but it should be right. This discourse about Charlotte Tilbury all over my feed right now, about how she's like, oh, if you dupe the products, you're duping the consumer. And then people are like, no, because you're literally like getting your makeup made in the same factory as like these other cheaper brands, and they're not putting as much of a markup up. And I'm like, yeah, I already knew this, because literally my factory that I used to use for my makeup, I should have probably been more vocal about it, but it's just me as a person. I don't like to get involved in stuff like that. But like literally when I was walking around my factory in Italy, they had bags of all the pigments and stuff marked for like MAC, Bobbi Brown, Charlotte Tilbury, like all these big high-end brands. But I was selling mine for so much cheaper because I didn't want to just make another like expensive as makeup brand. But on the other hand, like you know, overheads are so expensive and everything. So like we have to charge what we have to charge. But we don't have that, we don't use that factory anymore because minimum quantities and stuff like that just go crazy. But it was fun while it lasted. The makeup space is just such a different space. But yeah, anyways, it just cracks me up because like this is exactly it. And also there's like cheaper brands that use different factories and like dupe formulas and stuff. And I mean, you know, sometimes they're not great, but sometimes they're really good. Sometimes there isn't a justification to spending so much money on, you know, one thing. However, I love this foundation. I really do. Does Emco do a dupe of this one? Because I need to try it if so. I've probably already got it, to be fair. I need to put it all the way down my neck because it's too dark. But I think that's just like part of the industry, you know. If there's an opportunity to undercut, people will do it. And I am of the belief where like we should like support small businesses. But I mean, when these big multi-million-dollar businesses that are owned by big multi-million-dollar other businesses, like if you can find something that works just as well for less of a price tag, yeah, you do you. On my channel, I've always, ever since the beginning, I've always showed dupes. I used to dupe like MAC lipsticks and I'd find like e.l.f. dupes, and it's always been part of my channel. It doesn't matter like where I'm at in my life. Like I love a bargain. I love finding bargains. I love finding dupes. I love finding just affordable great stuff, you know. I've never been like a luxury channel. I don't do luxury clothing really. Like I don't actually, like I just don't. I don't like buying luxury clothing. I don't know why. I just don't. Like I'd probably wear it once and then be over it, you know. Don't mind a luxury handbag, but like I don't buy a lot of those either. I love value. I grew up pretty broke. I love value in anything I buy. Every now and then I'll splurge or whatever. Like on makeup, on something, but at my core, I love a bargain. Still do, always will. I understand my parents now. You know, when you're growing up and you don't understand what they're talking about when it comes to like money and all that. Now I get it. I'm like starting to do that thing where I'm like, I remember when this only cost blah blah blah, like when I go to the supermarket. Okay, this one definitely went a little bit cakier than my darker shade for some reason. I actually feel like I look like a vampire. And I actually really like the lip tattoo if it was more even. Yeah, really good contoury type colour. Anyway, under my eyes I'm going to use P1. Just trying to be sort of careful under there. We need some warmth in the skin because I'm feeling like, okay, I went from feeling like, oh, I feel like a vampire to like, oh, I feel like a vampire. Let's get this concealer laid down. I'm going to use this shade today since I am a bit paler. Get that under a nice and bright. Then on the rest of my face, we've got the Miracle Flawless Pressed Powder in Light from Emco Beauty. I'm so not used to having pale skin in my YouTube videos, or like at all, because I always just fake tan. I'm going to use the light bronzer from my She's Everything palette. This is where the magic's going to happen. Let me just like one side of my face, and then you can kind of see what I mean about warming up the face. This is a shimmer tulip brush, by the way. I've been loving it for my bronzer lately. Now, the other flip side of using a nice warm bronzer is that the warmth in the bronzer actually makes your eye colour pop too, like anyone's, I feel like, because it's got those like orangier tones. Or yellowy, like if you're using more of a yellowy vibe, especially if you have blue eyes, like a real nice warm bronzer. Nice peachy blush. See the difference? Let me contour as well so you can get the full effect. I'm using the contour shade from this palette as well, the She's Everything palette. Contouring and bronzing done on this side. My lip liner is kind of giving rigor mortis now. I think because it's like covered in a bit of foundation or something. If you see my crusty foundation, no you didn't. It's just not my fault. It's like melting off my nose, guys. Okay, the lighter shade of that foundation may be dead, but the darker one, for whatever reason, is all good. It's so funny. I feel like I just find contouring fun again too now. Alright, I'm using the peachy blush from this palette because once again I just feel like it makes anyone's eye colour pop. And I've pretty much exclusively been using the pink from this palette for a long time. just because I've done a lot of cool tone looks. But yeah, this just really freshens up the face. I know it looks kind of crazy right now, but trust the process as we blend it all together. Pink would go more naturally with this color, like any pinky blush, but because this is a really natural, like it's like a vibrant neon peach, but like it really looks natural once it's blended down. I'm just tapping it up under my under eye to create like a nice little gradient. And then a little bit over the nose always helps to kind of bring it back down to earth and look less crazy. It looks more natural. You can do a little dabble over the forehead, chin, and it gives that like sun-kissed look. Sunburn vibes, except this color is like peachier rather than like that redder undertone. I actually love red blush at the moment. I've done a couple of reels lately using like a red liquid blush and it slays, man. Anyway, setting mist. And then I'm going to use my standard highlight shade. I'm going to let that dry slightly and then go in with the highlight shade. So She's Everything palette. It's this shade in the middle here. Basically, it's like my most used shade from this entire palette because I use it almost every single day to highlight. And I like to just tap it like this. Focusing it like kind of right under the outer corner of my eye, and then I go up and then down a little. Looking at like C shape. Then a little bit on my nose, just on the tip like this. I put a little bit like here. And I'm gonna use this shade on my brow bone because it's just my go-to. Focusing on the arch and then blending it either way. It's just perfect. It is the most perfect color ever. I want some extra shimmer, so I'm going to take XO. It's like a white diamond vibe. And I'm literally gonna tap that right in the middle, just like that. Ooh. Sick. Lashes. Okay. You can get lots of different burgundy mascaras. In the video I've linked down below, the last like burgundy look I did, which thankfully is very different to this one. I talked about a few different burgundy mascaras I love. The last like burgundy lash look I did was paired with like peach, which sounds random. Looks sick. That's that video I'm talking about. It's linked down below. Look, here's a few again. Bad Gal. I forget what this is called because my label fell off. It's like plum something. You can't miss it though. We've got the Colourpop one, which this one's like kind of dried out, so I'm going to use this one today. This is What's Up Beauty. There's also that same brand that I used the liner. They've got coloured ones too, but I've only got the brown ones right now. But this mascara is sick. It's got like a comb side and then a brush side. See this? Comb up top there, and then the bristles are normal there, and then yeah, it's like got a hard comb. So I'm going to start by putting down some dark lash glue because we're going to use just our Shein cheap as burgundy lashes today because we're eyemaxxing. You know, I could do black and that would look sick, but we're wanting to go as far as we can with just making the eye color pop. And I'm going to show you my eyes like in the sun as well. Like right now I've got the blinds down because the sun's so bright, and you'll see how insane they look because I already see the vision, man. Like, whoa. Like this color. Once again, like even if you were just doing an everyday look, this kind of mascara doesn't look too crazy on its own, honestly. Like you can tell it's colored, but it doesn't look like vibrant like if you just wear it alone. It's a good way just to like add a little bit of interest to your everyday makeup without going like extreme. Oh, I just love it. I love this color. I've probably used this mascara or a similar one like, I don't even know, at least once a month lately because I just can't get enough. It just looks so good. We're doing tops and bottoms. I can't really get this on camera. It's such a hard angle because I'm so low to my mirror. The formula of this itself is really good as well. Like, I don't know, it's just a good mascara. It comes in black too, if you like the look of it, but you're not into the colors. And I think it comes in brown. Anyway, beautiful. Such an underrated brand, guys. Their eyeshadows are some of my favorites. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Now, if you can't find burgundy lashes, these are just from Shein. You can just use brown or black. But I mean, if you want to like kind of match the mascara and you want something, a little bit of brown, and then just do a little thin layer on top and you'll be good to go. But I do have like proper, like these are like properly burgundy. You see, they're like orangey red. So we're doing the full shebang. I'm just going to chuck these across. I like to use dark lash glue because then it dries black and it's right at the base of the lash, so it just gives depth. I apply these under And I don't go all the way to the other corner because otherwise my eyes just look droopy because my lashes go like real low. My outer corner lashes look like lower lashes. So I just go in a bit. And I'll show you quickly a close up so you can kind of see the color. I'm gonna go all the way across, guys, and I'll be right back. But you see that, right? It's perfect. I'm going to squeeze them. And then I'm going to add a little bit of mascara on them to create a bit more depth because the mascara is just a little bit darker. Now these lashes are all one length, so they look a little bit curtainy, but I just deal with it because I love the color of them. But you know, when they're like ideally I would like different lengths, so I could do like a little bit of like a variation. Anyway, just gonna use a little bit of mascara on the bottom of them. Well, I'm not really bringing it to the tip, I'm just putting it at the base. Sick. My friend always tells me she loves when I have anything like purpley on my eyes because they just look insane in real life. I really feel like even in this crap lighting, you can still see like the color is just popping. My eye color, I mean. Like it definitely looks so much more intense, and instead of looking, like I'm looking at my eye makeup, but like when I look at my eyes, I am looking at the middle of my eyes. I'm not looking at the eyeshadow itself. Like it's like really drawing my eye into the eye color, so you know. Whereas some eye makeup looks, I feel like you're looking at the actual makeup itself first. Whereas this is just really directing your gaze. I'm just adding some more eyeliner. Oh, I love this color. Now, oh no, I've got friggin', my hands are so dirty. How do I even get here? I've got red hair somehow. Right, for the lips today, we're gonna go very, very boring because I just feel like the eyes are the look. We're doing raw, so going straight on top of that other color, which I feel like is the perfect base because it's like cool toned vibes. Oh my god, do not look at my base up close. It is so cakey. So this is a nude, but it has like red, like warm undertones to it. It is insane. Like look at the lipstick. It is the most perfect like warm nude. And I am just as obsessed with like a cool tone lip at the moment as the next person, but every now and then there's a time and a place for like a really nice warm. I'm just applying a small amount, blending it in. Then we're gonna take this Sugar Baby lip gloss. Actually, I'm like kind of second guessing myself now. I hope this looks good. I feel like I don't love it as much as normal, but it's probably because I've got less fake tan on. I normally wear this when I have a full tan. Like it still looks good. But now, oh no. Oh no. Blotting. This one I like when I've got less fake tan on. We're going Willow. This is like a weird cool tone, like greige nude. And then just a little bit of Dawn. So it's still giving a little bit of warmth, but not as peach. I just feel like I hate every lip combo. That's like grungy as. But now I hate the lip liner. I like that lip combo too, but it's just, there's just something not right. I'm just using this concealer. Should we just go super cool tone then? How about this color? Boys Town from Colourpop. If you look up close, I've got a literal line of foundation. It's like cement around my mouth. I'm so sad. I'm going to use that and then I'm just going to use gloss. Let's see what this looks like. Just keep it a bit more simple. So you tell me, do my eyes stand out with this makeup? Have we successfully eye maxed? Like when you look at my face, do you look at my eyes? Look into my eyes. Does anyone know that song? Let's see what this natural lighting does. The anticipation. It's about to blind me. I mean, this is just silly lighting. That's too direct. We just need a little bit of sun, not that much. I love it though. The burgundy lashes with the purple is a vibe. I actually feel like normally I do much more burgundy colors, like red colors with the red lashes or peach. I feel like this may be the first time I've actually done proper burgundy lashes with like purple, even though like I wasn't intending on doing purple eyeshadow, but that definitely came out much more purple than I anticipated. Like looking at the colors I used in that palette, like I did not think that this would be the finished result, but I'm really happy about it because yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. Probably not, but hey, hopefully it was entertaining anyways, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.